On a forgotten, desolate world, something stirs, hidden beneath layers of ancient dust and the ruins of long-dead civilizations. The tombs of an ancient race, known as the Necrons, awaken. The galaxy's endless war, spanning across eons, has brought the dormant tomb world of Carnac back to life. For centuries, the Necrons have slumbered in cold stasis, but now two rival factions of their own kind vie for power over a world that once belonged to them. At the heart of this struggle lies an ancient, godlike secret, the Shard of Urul, a Catan imprisoned long ago, now ready to break free. Meanwhile, the Imperium has received whispers of an awakening. The Sisters of Battles, devout and unyielding, descend upon Carnac with only their faith in the Emperor to guide them. They know that the enemy they face is unlike anything they've encountered before. But as the Necrons rise, a more ominous force emerges from the darkness, the Legion of the Damned. Wraith-like warriors cloaked in flame, their true motives unknown. They are drawn to Carnac, bringing with them a terrifying vengeance. Necrons versus Necrons, sisters against eternal enemy, ghosts of the past rising to claim their vengeance. The fate of Carnac and perhaps the galaxy itself lies in the hands of those brave enough to fight for it. This is the story of the Tomb World's awakening. Who will control the secrets of Carnac? Only time will tell. Welcome to the Wargamerist. I'm Grant.
And I'm Nathan.
And we're here today to give you an intro to our Carnac Crusade, which will be a series of videos over who knows amount of time, a couple of phases. But this is just the intro video setting up the story, up the rules. It's actually Nathan's brainchild, so he's kind of putting it all together. So over to you with a bit of the thematics.
The thematics. So, welcome to Carnac. It's a system on the outskirts, as it always is, of the Imperium. And this is a tomb world for the Necrons. My dynasty, the Endless Harvest, it's their homeworld, it's their tomb world, and they're waking up. The Imperium have come, set their feet down on our grounds, and we don't like it. We want to get rid. And so we have the Planetary Defence Force, which is the Imperial Guard. Yeah. They're there to set up camp, make bases, and we're kind of chipping away at them. And they've kind of sent a signal out to the
wider Imperium, I think. Yeah. I think there are also kind of other settlements there that have been there a little while, so we started settling basically as an Imperium, and I say we because I'm one of the Imperium players, and we've sort of discovered that actually maybe there was other people here beforehand. There was a tomb world beforehand. So PDF will be there as the kind of planetary defense. Battle Sisters will have a small sanctum there. As the Adeptus Sororitas. There is also another Necron player. Yes. What's their purpose in all this?
So their purpose, they were a former ally to our tomb world. There's rumblings in the systems of a signal. Something's waking up, and my dynasty wants to take control of it and take over the whole sector. Their dynasty wants to take it for their own hands. So it's a very fractured alliance.
Could be a bit of friction.
Yeah, a bit of friction, or the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So we're both in a kind of race to get hold of this power. Nice. But the Imperium, I'm not sure what's going on, but there is something value, and they want.
There is a fifth player in all of this, which is actually going to be played as Legion of the Damned. Which is quite an interesting one, quite thematic, and we don't know if he's friend or foe, quite frankly, neither side. But all of these factions will be explained. We'll go into each of the players that are going to be on this with us, on this journey with us. We'll do an individual video. You can kind of see the links for those as well. They'll dive into kind of what their factions are a little bit in a couple of minutes, what their themes are for the list, how they might evolve the lists, and go from there.
We'll be using the Pariah Nexus campaign rulebook for 10th edition. All of the detachments of FAQs, all of that will kind of be
bang up to date,
incorporated with that.
We're changing the rules a little bit because it's quite a complex thing. We're still keeping the Blackstone fragments and spending them as we go, but I think we're getting rid of, is it agendas? Advantages
and disadvantages. So the main part of the Pariah Nexus rulebook is that we use advantages and disadvantages for attacker and defender. Yeah. We won't be using that because we don't really have teams as such. It's going to ebb and flow depending on each army's own agenda, overall agenda. but we will be using agendas and everything else from the book.
Yeah. So primary, I'm not sure if many people of you viewers have actually seen kind of Crusade before. It's not going to be primary and secondary like in competitive play. Primary will still be a thing, and each mission will have a set how you score primary, either killing units or scoring objectives. But that is it. That's how you win a match, really. Secondaries are replaced with what's called agendas, and these are less about mission specific on the day. They're more about gaining XP. And XP, I'm not going to go into XP now, but it is a very big part of how you run a crusade, how you upgrade your units with special kind of abilities or battle scars, get rid of battle scars, that kind of thing. Again, all of this can be found in the Pariah Nexus Crusade book, or the core rules for a crusade. So we'll just talk about the phases of this crusade. There'll probably be 3 phases. Phase 1 is a little bit more thematic. We're setting up the chess pieces, if you like, and there will be obviously Necrons waking up, the Imperial Guard and the Sisters trying to realise what they are and stop it, and then also some Necrons landing. Could be friend, could be foe for you, and see how that all ends out. So there'll be a couple of games for the first phase 1, and then phase 2.
Phase 2, all out war. Everyone, it's fair game. Where it's about racking up those points, racking up those experience points, racking everything up, getting that all in towards phase 3, which is victory conditions. So this can mean total annihilation of
who?
Of you, of the Imperium.
Thanks. Cheers.
But total annihilation, or the Necrons gaining access to their shard, the main tomb of the tomb world, or is the Legion taking over the Sisters, or vice versa. But that will all be explained in further videos as we develop.
And I think as we go through these kind of stories on a regular basis, as we get to the end of each phase or partway through a phase that has been a big one, we'll just do a quick news from the front line update for you and see how it goes. But we'll put a little map up of Carnac now, and kind of where the main cities, main kind of hubs are, where the tombs are, so you can see that, and the first sort of phase from there we'll dive into it.
Yeah.
But that is it. Come and join us on this campaign.
Yes. See you at Carnac.
See you at